Jays sent right-hander Drew Hutchison to AAA Buffalo a day after he pitched Toronto to win over the rival New York Rangers. What do you think about that?
Well, it's a big talking point right now. Hutchison has been great at home, but he's been the worst pitcher in the league on the road. His ERA is 9 on the road. The Blue Jays are on the road now, and they have 2 off days. So basically the Jays decided they were not going to pitch Hutchison on the road. They're going to wait till they're back at home. And the decision is, do you pitch him out of the bullpen or do you send him down? They made the decision to send him down. I don't mind it, but I was saying to Bill off the air, I really hope, and Bill would know, because Bill's been a part of, obviously big-time organizations. He knows how they work. I hope someone sat down with Hutchison and said, listen, don't take this personally. Don't take it as a demotion. Take it as, you know what? We need you when we're back at home. You've been great at the Rogers Center all year. We are working on a few things with you mechanically. We want you to continue to work on them. Go down to Buffalo, make those 2 starts, and come up here and do what you've done all year, and that's win at home. Because they're going to need him to do that. If his confidence gets shattered because he's sent down, I'll be really pissed off. I really hope they handle this right. And Drew is in the right mindset, understanding what the team needs from him. He's a big part of what they need going forward. They just don't want him to pitch on the road trip, and I can understand why when you look at how he's pitched on the road all year.
Well, I think he's a professional. I think they set him down exactly like you said. And that's why they sent him down there, so they can have him ready for some of the home games.
Well, and the manager probably was the first guy that spoke to him and said, look, Drew, in the rotation until we come back for the Detroit series. And you know why? Because you've had no luck pitching on the road. And he's changed so much in the last 2 games after they made an alteration on his positioning on the pitching rubber. And I don't know how big an impact that's made, except he's a different pitcher. He's starting to throw the slider like he used to. And if, in fact, the pitching coach did that, good for him. But they still can't take the chance in putting him into Anaheim in a big wild card game and him stinking the joint out. It's going to kill them. So they've got confidence in the other 4, and it's the manager's decision. But I'm with Frank, and Eric's hope, I think, is more than fulfilled. They would have spent a lot of time talking to Hutchison about what they were doing, and he felt comfortable in doing what he did. I don't think in any way was it meant to slight him. It was only meant to say, hey, these games, every game is a positive. Can't afford to have you pitch on the road like you have all year.
I would love to have someone explain to me how your splits, your home road splits, could be I can't remember the last pitcher that has had an ERA of about 3 at home over an entire season, and it's 6 runs higher on the road. And it's not like the Rogers Center is a pitcher's ballpark, it's a hitter's ballpark, but Hutchison just feels so comfortable there. And then on the road, he's a train wreck. He can't, and the Jays have given him opportunity after opportunity to pitch on the road, and he never figures it out. And it's almost like right now the Jays, okay, we don't know. We can't figure this kid out why he can't win on the road, so we give up. When we're on the road, we've got to go with Plan B. We got off days. Price and Dickey and Burley and Estrada are all pitching well. We're going with that 4-man rotation, and Hutch, we'll see you when the Tigers are in town.
Maybe he's not comfortable in hotel rooms. Maybe, who knows, different things, different strokes for different folks, who knows?
It's just crazy, though, Frank. Never see it. Right?
I am home.
It's really nuts.
The worst thing that could have happened was that they just sent him. Said, look, you're going to Buffalo, you'll be back in Detroit when we play Detroit. That wouldn't happen. Beeston wouldn't let it happen, and Fopoulos wouldn't let it happen. But when you boil it all down, the decision was to win, and he's convinced, and justifiably so, that he can't win with Hutchison on the road.
No, he hasn't won on the road all year.
And hopefully he can do it in a situation where the Blue Jays have either clinched a position, whether it be a wild card or a pennant, and give him a game on the road, because you're going to have to try him if he's pitching as well as he has in the last 2 games on the road, I don't give a damn. He's going to win.
It's funny because he's pitched well at home throughout most of the year, and then on the road for whatever reason, I don't know if it's the mound. I don't know what it is because I've heard of guys that are better at home or on the road, but never like this. Never where it's such a extreme.
There's hockey teams that are phenomenal on the road and they suck at home.
You're right, but it's never to this extreme. It really is incredible.
Well, he's a different pitcher on the road, and I remember commenting to Paul when I was talking about him because he frustrates me like he does you.
Yeah,
I said this guy is always trying to paint a Picasso.
Mm-hmm.
Why doesn't he just fire up a paintball, let them hit it, and let his players do the job for them? That's, whether they have to catch it or whatever they have to do.
Especially now when the defense is so much better now than it was earlier in the year.